Jai Gurudev. It's lovely to be here with all of you. It's a beautiful place and beautiful day today. So, as you all are on the spiritual path, you all find the necessity of turning the mind within. Nowadays, if we look at the world, what is happening outside, does it make you happy? Does it make us happy? No. Why? Why you are not happy? Please talk.
Too much cruelty.
Well,
Suffering.
too much suffering, mostly that. Because the result of suffering makes people cruel also. But when we look at it, we are not happy. Because we want some changes in this world. But will the change happen? Yes? When will it happen?
When we choose.
That's a good question. That's a very good answer actually, not a good question, a very good answer. Peace, harmony will happen in this world only when each one decide by themselves to change. Because if you just say, yes, I want peace, yes, I want joy, I want harmony, but you don't do anything. In yourself you are not in harmony, how will it be outside? You know very well that the outside is a reflection of what you have inside of you. It's the inner reflection. Once somebody asked a saint, how do you see the world? The saint answered, well, each person creates their own reality of this world. And what we see outside is a combination of a mass reality. And this mass reality, of course, one person can change, can make it different. But it's not a big difference. But it does make difference. Better one person change, introvert oneself, opening the heart to love, because love is the greatest thing in this world. And love is only through that people will change, and only through that there will be peace. But for that you have to open up. That's why I start by saying that it is the time to introvert oneself. Our mind is always running to the outside. We always see the cruelty, like Mataji was just saying right now. We always see the negativity. We always see wherever you go around, whenever you read the newspaper, wherever you put the TV on, what do you see? It's full with negativity. It's imprint you to make your mind become negative. And you withdraw yourself. You said, okay, that's very bad. Then what happens? You start to judge. The mind becomes very judgmental. This is like that, or this is like this. But are you changing? No, you are not changing. Actually, you are doing the same thing that everybody is doing. There's no difference. So does it contribute in bringing peace and harmony to this world? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But when you introvert yourself, you go in the peace which you have inside of you. When you sit quietly, when you sit calmly, of course at the beginning the mind rebelled, but after some time, you don't want to get up. Well, for some people they can't get up, it's the pain, or they fall asleep. But when you go in the calmness of the depth of your heart, through total surrender, through heartfelt sadhana, you enter the chamber of peace, but the inner peace. Through that inner peace which you will project outside, this will bring changes. For example, let's say when you go to somebody which is always, let's say you know someone which is very nervous, okay, very agitated, what do? You try to calm the person, no? You try to advise the person to be positive. Or do you also sit and cry with the person? No, huh? The same when you go to the doctor. When you go to the doctor first thing will ask you, what do you have? This is the first question. Then you will answer, well, doctor, if I knew what I have, I would not come to you. Well, when you go to the doctor, you go because you don't feel well. And when you go to the doctor, you open up. You tell the doctor what you don't feel well about. No? But does the doctor sit with you and cry with you? And no, the doctor don't do that. Or if you visit a psychologist, or they will not do that to you. But they advise you to move away from the way you're thinking, the way you see things. And by moving away, this change certain things inside of you. Change the way you were always looking at it. Because like we were just saying, we see the world, but yet we project, we say yes, it's cruel. Maybe I want us to see all the cruelty, but there's also good things, you know. It's how you see it. Because very often one sees their own projection of what one has inside. If one suppresses certain things inside of themselves, and of course by suppressing this deep energy inside of them, what will happen? Whenever something happens in the outside, it's the suppression which will project itself. And when the suppression projects itself, there will be complete judgment only. But when you learn to accept yourself, you learn to be in peace with yourself, how you are, you will see that the world, there's nothing wrong. And things can change, and it depends on each one. But firstly, we can't say, you change, I don't change. No, you have to say, I change, then the rest will change. If you perceive certain things inside of you that you don't accept about, be positive about it. You have the choice. You know, the choice is there. How you look at things. Either you put your judgment saying, this is bad, or you can say, this is not for me. You see, this is the ways of looking at it in a metaphysical way. So, the first thing is to love, to open the heart, open the mind, and let peace rise inside of you, in each part of you. Whenever there is peace inside of you, there will be no place for anything else. Whenever there is love inside of you, there will be no place for anything else. What you will become an instrument of that. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing. And that, to love, is not by reading books, you know. It's by living it. By making an example in your daily life. By becoming. by awakening it inside of you, that you can really say, yes, you are truly in love. Because whenever we read books, let's say you're reading a book which talk about love, there's thousands of books, especially spiritual books, who talk about love. But if you don't make the first step to open up your heart, if you don't make the first step to open up your mind and let this love awake, it will stay always theory. So, what you're looking for is not out there, it's here, inside of you. So, stop digging outside, dig inside. There's enough hole outside, but inside, when you dig deep inside of you, you will open up a hole, which this hole will consume. We say this about love. Love is something that consumes, not only burning, because when you burn something, there is a residue that stays. But when love consumes, nothing stays. For example, when you take the life of any great saint, who is burning with this love for God, nothing. They don't see anything. They just see the divine. I always take an example of Mirabai. Have you heard about Mirabai? No? It's a 15th century saint in India. And she was a model of bhakti. She was a model of devotion and surrender. Well, like her, there is many. But she was a princess who loved Krishna with all her heart. There was not a single cell in her who was not in love with Krishna. One day, she was sitting in the temple and singing for Krishna. Whenever she would sing for Krishna, people would see Krishna standing next to her. So the king disguised himself. It was a Muslim king at that time, Akbar. So he disguised himself and came, and he was so touched by the devotion of Mirabai that he gave his pearl necklace to the temple. Of course, Mirabai didn't take anything. So, because of that, her father-in-law got very angry. As she was a princess, the father-in-law was a king. So he said, because you have sing in the temple and the enemy have come, so because of that, we accuse you for treachery. I said, well, in the temple everybody is equal. I don't know any bad one or good one. The fight is between you, not between God. Whether the person is Muslim, Christian, Hindu, everybody is allowed in the temple. The Lord is for everybody. So for that, they said, we have condemned you to drink poison. So she said, okay, if you have condemned me for that, accept it. So they brought the cup with the poison. For her, as she was drinking it, she thought of Krishna. She thought in her mind that Krishna is giving her the divine nectar, Amrit, to drink. So she drank this poison. And she walked to the nearby temple of Krishna. Everybody followed her. She entered the temple and she had the effect of the Amrit. She became one with her Lord. She disappeared physically into the deity in the temple. So even that poison didn't stop her. How she see the poison, she accepted. The same way as we see outside. How we see it, if we learn to accept the outside, we will change it. We will change because ourselves we are going to change. Don't be scared, because very often people, they say, no, I will not open up because I will have to change this and that and this and that. You know that, huh? But actually, it's not how much you are letting go, but how much you are getting in return. What you are getting in return is foremost much more what you are letting go. Because to let go, you have come in this world with nothing. What you take in this world belongs to this world only. And when you leave, you will leave everything here. Once a great king visited Guru Nanak. So while visiting Guru Nanak, he was a very, not cruel, but very stingy, very miser, he was always thinking only of himself. So he will take all the belonging, he will increase the tax, take all the belonging of the poor people. So when he met Guru Nanak said to him, gave him a very small needle and said to him, my dear king, when you go to heaven, keep this with you. When you go to heaven, you return this to me. Very happy, he returned to his castle and tell the queen, I will go to heaven. Then the queen said, but how would you go to heaven? He said, but Guru Nanak told me I should return him this needle when I'm in heaven. So the queen said, but when you die, you leave everything here. How would you return it? So tomorrow can you go and ask him, how will I return you? The next day, early morning, he was by the door of the saint of Guru Nanak. He said, Guru Nanak Ji, yesterday you gave me this beautiful, the smallest needle, and you told me to return you to heaven, in heaven. How will I return it? Then Guru Nanak tapped him on the back, said, my king, you have not realized all the wealth that you have amassed, all the things that you have taken. Here I am giving you the smallest one, which is a needle. I am asking you to return this to me. In heaven, you will not be able to bring this. So how would you bring all of the things that you have brought? The only thing that you can bring is what you have done good here. How much help you have given to people. How much love you have opened up your heart. That's the only thing that you will bring with you. So saying that, the king changed, realized, but nothing. The Gita said that you come empty hand, you will go empty hand. Only the good sadhana that you will bring with you. So work for that. It's not about me telling you, but it's about you trying your best. You opening your heart and try to love. Sincerely. Try to love with a pure mind. Then this love gradually but surely will become one day unconditional. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru.